Lu Fan takes out a small piece of the retreat route map of Tavern. The group gathers around, eyes fixed on the fragment. Questions begin flying. Ning Yuan asks him if he wants them to find the tyrant's treasure. She adds if they want to find the treasure of the tyrant, they need to collect 500 of these map fragments. Only then will the full retreat route be revealed. That map is the only way to track down the treasure's location. The number shocks all. Sister Han blurts out her disbelief. 500 pieces sound insane. Everyone stares at the single piece in the hand of Lu Fan. Then a system notification appears. The mission is clear now: collect map fragments, complete the tyrant's retreat route, and find the treasure. Current progress is just 1 out of 500. Just 1. Sister Han, full of energy, yells out that they should just flatten the entire desert and begin the search. She's ready to charge in without a second thought, but her excitement is cut short. Lu Fan puts a stop to the idea. He reminds them that the entire area is a desert, dry, wide, and dangerous. Nobody knows what kind of traps or ancient devices lie hidden beneath the sand. One careless move could set off something deadly. Monsters may be dumb, but traps aren't. One wrong step, and the entire mission could fall apart before it begins. The group turns to Lu Fan, realizing they need a real plan. They ask if he has one. He gives a confident smirk. He's more than ready, and he already has the perfect scout. Lu Fan raises his hand and calls upon the Emerald Dragon Lady Sha Fei. She appears with a graceful but powerful presence. Right beside her, 2 more creatures show up, the twin fallen corpse holy dragons. Their very presence crushes the air around them. These are not simple dragons. They radiate strength, and each of them holds a rare power that makes them perfect for the kind of work ahead. But Lu Fan isn't done. He digs deeper into his energy and summons even more, the fallen corpse demon soldiers. These undead warriors stand tall, cold, and fearless. But they don't just look scary, they come with skills that break the rules of battle. Each soldier brings a power called Zombie Tide. The more fallen corpses nearby, the higher their defense grows by a massive 25% for each one. Then there's Born to Die. Every time they take non-lethal damage, their defense jumps again by another 25%. But the worst part for the enemy is that their attacks bring not one but multiple hits, and the extra damage scales with how high their defense is. It's like being punched by a stone wall that punches back harder each time. The group is speechless. None of them can believe what they're seeing. Lu Fan just created a walking army of tanks and destroyers right in front of their eyes. No gate, no formation, no distance can stop this power. It's like the dead themselves rose up, ready to tear through the sand and crush anything in the way. Sister Han stares at the massive army and gasps. Her face shows disbelief, like she's trapped inside a dream that makes no sense. She can't believe Lu Fan actually pulled these powerful puppets straight out of the dungeon. Next to her, the silver healer lady stands frozen, feeling a heavy pressure in the air. It's not just magic, it's the feeling of something ancient and dangerous. Ning Yuan tries to understand what just happened. She asks the question on everyone's mind. Lu Fan, completely calm, explains everything. The fallen corpse holy dragon carries a unique skill called the Holy Light Gate. This skill allows it to teleport itself and all its puppets to any location. Nothing can stop it, not distance, not barriers, not magic formations, and not even the laws of space or dimension. Ning Yuan is left speechless. Compared to this, her own necromancy might also be a child's magic show. Hidden class necromancy sounds fancy, but in front of this power, it's just weak tricks wrapped in shadows. Sister Han continues to stare at the army like it came from some horror legend. She wonders aloud if Lu Fan really summoned all the demons from the 9 realms. That's how huge and dangerous they look. Lu Fan simply laughs, clearly pleased with the chaos he's about to release. These demons aren't just soldiers, they're expert diggers too, and he has no plans to let them sit idle. One of the 9 realms demons lets out a roar so loud it shakes the air. The girls flinch and take a step back, fear showing in their eyes. But Lu Fan doesn't move an inch. He orders them to clear the path ahead, and the battlefield begins to shift. The fallen demon soldiers waste no time. They charge into the front lines like a dark wave crashing over dry sand. Tyrant's skeleton workers rise from the ground, swinging massive bone swords. Their attack is known as Bone Slash, a deadly move packed with death energy that deals heavy physical damage and eats away at anything it touches. These skeletons look strong, but they're really just noisy tin cans trying too hard to sound scary. Fallen corpse puppets meet their attacks without hesitation. Their cold eyes show no emotion, and their defense grows stronger with every hit. These aren't just puppets, they are living nightmares built to take punishment and give it back twice as hard. Suddenly, desert spiders burst from the sand. Their movements are fast and aggressive. They leap forward using poison sting, a sharp attack that deals serious damage and poisons the target, draining health every second. But their tricks don't last. Compared to the demons of the Nine Realms, these spiders are weak insects that chose the wrong battlefield. Within seconds, everything explodes into chaos. The desert shakes and the whole area turns into a full-blown war zone. The girls stand frozen, their eyes wide with shock. Little Dragon Abao joins the fight without hesitation. With a fierce roar, he unleashes roaring thunder. The skies answer immediately. Bolts of lightning fall in clusters, striking the ground over and over. A thick storm area forms, buzzing with wild electricity. Every enemy caught inside twitches and locks up, paralyzed by the non-stop strikes. Monsters look like puppets with their strings cut, frozen, and helpless. They can't even scream before getting fried. Sister Han watches in silence, eyes full of disbelief. She thinks about the 2 months she spent training hard every day, proud of every bit of progress. But now standing here, she sees Lu Fan wipe out an entire dungeon's worth of enemies like they were flies buzzing near his plate. Her confidence. This world doesn't care how hard someone trains if monsters like Lu Fan exist. None of the others can say a word. The scene speaks louder than anything. Suddenly, a new system notification pops up in front of Lu Fan. It's not just another alert, it's a game changer. The current location now matches the coordinates on the Dividing Treasures map. That means the treasure map has been activated successfully. Lu Fan checks the treasure right away. He expects to see a dragon egg. Something valuable, yes, but what he finds is on a whole different level. Instead of the egg, he finds the Will of the Blazing Dragon Warrior helmet, an item so rare and powerful it almost doesn't seem real. This helmet is top tier, the kind of thing most players would dream of but never touch. Its power is overwhelming. The active skill it holds is called Gilded Body. When used, the wearer becomes fully gilded, immune to all damage for up to 3 minutes. During this time, the body can't move, attack, or use any other skills, but the user can end the effect at any time. That alone makes it a powerful lifesaver. The helmet has even more to offer. It's part of a legendary set. With one piece equipped, it unlocks Hidden Blood power, allowing the user to transform into the Golden Dragon King. In that form, strength, agility, and spirit jump by 50 levels and endurance increases by 200. However, riding mounts becomes impossible during this transformation. Equipping 3 parts of the set unlocks even more blood power. The user gains the Wings of Judgment and the Boiling Blood skills, both known for massive destruction. With the full 5-piece set, the transformation reaches its peak. The user becomes the true Golden Dragon King, gaining the Supreme Shield skill, which can turn even the deadliest attack into dust. Lu Fan stares at the helmet, eyes calm but heart burning with possibility. This isn't just a loot, it's a throne. And every filthy skeleton, desert bug, and weakling tyrant out there just got one more reason to run and hide. Lu Fan takes a deep breath. With the Blazing Dragon Warrior helmet in hand, he doesn't even need to worry about leveling up anymore. That single item already gives him a massive leap in power. It's more than just a piece of gear, it's practically a cheat code. But then, something else catches his eye. His gaze falls on another treasure, one even more rare than the last. It's a blueprint, but not just any blueprint. This is the contract for the Shadow Dragon King, a divine artifact in blueprint form. Its value is hard to measure. With this, Lu Fan could create the Shadow Dragon King contract, which allows him to summon Black Blade, the Shadow Dragon King himself, to fight for 1 hour. There's more. Once the contract is complete, it also unlocks Shen's Blade, the second Shadow Dragon King, making it scale to Lu Fan's current level. That kind of power could destroy armies. The blueprint lists its crafting materials: Shadow Stone, Ancient God Crystal, Shadow Island Breath, and Shadow Spring Water. It may be hard to get, but absolutely worth it. Lu Fan thinks for a moment, but the decision comes quickly. He turns to Xiao Fei. If she uses her natural assimilation ability on this divine artifact, she could absorb its essence completely, just like the fallen corpse Holy Dragon did before. That would turn this contract into a permanent skill, not just a one-time item. It would be the same as hatching a dragon egg right on the spot. Xiao Fei doesn't hesitate. She activates natural assimilation. A soft glow surrounds her as the contract disappears into her form. The change happens instantly. Lu Fan realizes what this means. The Shadow Dragon King can now be summoned whenever needed. No time limits, no restrictions. A permanent skill bonded to his dragon. This is more valuable than anything else he could have asked for. Before he can even enjoy the moment, the system flashes a new message. The fragment collection is complete. Every piece of the Tavern's Retreat route map has been gathered. A prompt appears, asking if he wants to assimilate the map. Without a second thought, Lu Fan confirms. He hadn't expected to complete this mission so fast, but with his army and dragons, nothing slows him down. Meanwhile, outside the secret realm, trouble begins to stir. A large battalion of soldiers marches toward the secret realm where Lu Fan and his group currently are. Their steps shake the earth. Their weapons shine under the sunlight, but something about them is off. An officer from Dragon Kingdom guarding the portal to the secret realm signals them to stop. He speaks clearly, warning that the secret realm is already in use. The smart thing would have been to listen, but they aren't here for smart decisions. The leader of the battalion steps forward. He is wearing heavy armor and holding a massive sword in his hands. Without saying a word, he lifts the blade and swings it with brutal force. The poor officer doesn't even get to finish his sentence. His body is sliced clean in half. Just like that, his protest ends forever. This leader clearly doesn't care about rules, warnings, or right and wrong. He's the type who thinks strength means everything. A nearby soldier watches in horror as his commanding officer is sliced down like a training dummy. His hands tremble, but instinct takes over. He lifts a small light gun and fires it into the sky. A bright flare shoots upward, glowing like a second sun. It's an emergency signal warning all guards in the area that the enemy has arrived and blood is about to follow. Teacher Gu notices something is wrong. Her eyes narrow as she looks toward the source of the panic. The battlefield lies ahead, soaked in red. Soldiers scream and fall. Bodies drop one after another. No rhythm, no mercy, just endless killing. She yells out, trying to understand the chaos. No answer comes. Then, without warning, a wounded soldier crashes into her. She asks him if he is okay. He stammers through heavy breaths, barely able to speak. The words hit like a hammer. The attackers are from the Tiki Nation. A full retreat is needed. And more than that, the Dragon Nation must be warned. Teacher Gu knows this isn't just some border skirmish. This is a coordinated invasion. Every second matters now. She turns toward the teleport gate, hoping to get a message out. Her heart sinks like a stone. The path is blocked. One of the enemy guards stands there like a statue, eyes cold and unmoving. There's no way past him. The gate might as well be a wall. She swears under her breath. No way to reach the portal. No backup. No help. Just her and a closing trap. But Teacher Gu isn't helpless. She digs through her belongings until she lands on a small scroll. It's a teleportation scroll marked for one-time use. It's her only chance to escape and warn the others. Right before she activates it, a shadow falls over her. The massive sword swings down with deadly intent. The commander is upon her. He's the leader of the god-killing corps from the Tiki Kingdom. His name is Lai Tai, a booker dressed in armor. Teacher Gu reacts in time. She dodges with a sudden movement, barely avoiding the blade. Her heart pounds, but she doesn't waste the opening. She activates the scroll in the same motion, and the next moment her body fades, vanishing into thin air as the magic whisks her away. Lai Tai stands still. His face remains expressionless, but the look in his eyes says everything. Disappointment, frustration. He cannot believe his prey got away. Lu Fan checks the system notification again, and something new appears, Emerald Mirror. His curiosity grows, and he wonders if Xiao Fi, his Emerald Dragon, has unlocked a fresh ability. A quick glance confirms it. She now holds a powerful new skill, Emerald Mirror Image. The effect is wild. She can target any friendly unit and create 2 mirror copies of them. These mirror images aren't just for show. They inherit 30% of the original unit's skill stats. That alone is impressive, but the real surprise comes with the fine print. If the target is a dragon or even a teammate with dragon blood, the power of this skill doubles. 2 strong mirror dragons per target, that's battlefield domination. Lu Fan pauses, stunned by the sheer potential. His mind races with the possibilities. If Xiao Fi mirrors multiple dragons and those mirror dragons can attack together, it means he could send out a wave of 15 dragons at once. Even the strongest deity would probably have a nervous breakdown just trying to stay alive against that. He gives Xiao Fei a firm pat, pride swelling in his chest. Now that she's reached level 30, mastered the dragon domain, and unlocked a broken tier skill like Emerald Mirror, she isn't just a support anymore. She's a game-breaking monster. Her power doesn't just boost the team, it multiplies it beyond reason. Among dragon pets, Xiao Fei now stands at the top. The moment of quiet doesn't last. A dark wind starts to howl. Sand lifts into the air as several level 70 tyrant whirlers crawl out from the ground. Not 1 or 2, dozens. Their armor is cracked, their bones glow with cursed energy, and their hollow eyes burn with violent hunger. Ming Yuwen watches them rise and guesses the truth. The wave must have been triggered after they fused the retreat route map. That's the cost of progress, a wave of pain. Lu Fan doesn't panic. In fact, he feels oddly relaxed. There's no need to search for the dungeon boss anymore. The enemies just delivered themselves right to his doorstep. Then the real problem shows up. A shadow spreads across the battlefield. Something massive moves behind the wave of tyrant workers. A towering, twisted figure rises, twice their size, with layers of cursed armor and a presence that chokes the air. The cursed tyrant boss reveals itself. Level 80, battle-scared and mean-looking. A walking disaster that probably thinks it's invincible. Ning Yuwen turns to Lu Fan, waiting for the next move. Sister Han offers a plan, suggesting they throw the demonic army in first and let Lu Fan's dragon finish the rest. It sounds smart, efficient. But Lu Fan just grins and shakes his head. He has something better. No fancy tactics. No need to throw waves of soldiers or wear down the enemy. Earth Demon is enough. Sister Han raises an eyebrow, clearly not convinced. Her face says what everyone else is thinking. Earth Demon might be strong, sure, but this isn't just some basic mini-boss. The enemy lineup includes a full wave of elite level 70 commanders, plus a massive level 80 nightmare boss leading the charge. To throw just one unit into all that sounds insane. Lu Fan doesn't flinch. He simply smirks and shrugs. There's no need to explain when confidence speaks louder than words. He turns to Xiao Fei, ready to unleash something special. Xiao Fei steps forward and activates Emerald Mirror. She selects Earth Demon as the target. Her power glows, pulsing with green light, and the battlefield holds its breath. The skill activates perfectly. 2 mirror images of Earth Demon appear instantly beside the original. They look exactly the same, huge, terrifying, and more than ready to crush whoever stands in their way. The girls watch in shock, their mouths open as they try to understand what just happened. Sister Han can't believe it. Her voice rises with disbelief. If the skill can create 2 clones from just one Earth Demon, and all 9 Earth Demons are summoned at once, the total could shoot up to 27. That's not an army, that's an earthquake wrapped in dragon hide. The original and the 2 clones roar in perfect sync. The sound shakes the sky, the ground under their feet. The pressure coming off them is enough to break weak enemies before the fight even begins. The healer girl watches with stars in her eyes. Auntie stares, speechless, before finally calling this skill what is complete madness. Then the cursed tyrant finally makes a move. It's been waiting, biding its time behind its army. But now it's done playing around. It unleashes Desert Howl, a brutal, sand-filled storm that tears through the battlefield. A massive vortex forms, swirling with razor-sharp wind and sand. The air turns to chaos. The ground becomes soft and unstable, like walking on a stormy ocean made of dust. Anyone caught in the storm takes non-stop damage every second. The hits are cruel, partly based on raw attack power, but also slicing off a chunk of the victim's health no matter how tough they are. Movement slows to a crawl, and random whirlwinds toss fighters around like rag dolls. The group starts to panic. Balance is impossible. Their feet sink, their bodies sway, and no one can find stable ground. Sister Han loses her footing and crashes down hard. She struggles to stand, but the shaking won't stop. Haunty, her voice full of worry, turns to Lu Fan for direction. The question is simple but heavy. What now? But Lu Fan doesn't look worried. Not one bit. Because he knows exactly what's coming next, and this boss, with all its sand and drama, is about to regret everything. He tells the others to relax and catch their breath. He looks calm and almost bored, like he already knows how this ends. Before anyone can react, something massive crashes into the cursed tyrant's face. The blow hits like a meteor, throwing the towering boss backward with a sickening crunch. At the same time, all the tyrant workers on the field are taken down one by one. No warning. No chance to react. They drop like flies, turning the battlefield into a graveyard. Lu Fan smirks, clearly enjoying the show. His eyes stay locked on the battlefield. This is what he meant earlier. Earth Demon is putting on a spectacular performance. The Earth Demon steps forward, massive and relentless. It swings brutal metallic weapons with crushing force. The cursed tyrant roars in anger, trying to resist, but its power means nothing here. It's not even a fight. It's a punishment. Earth Demon doesn't just attack, it destroys. Then the real attack starts. Sky Pouring Stick activates, and the battlefield turns into a scene from a nightmare. An entire area gets locked down, and inside it, the enemy suffers a never-ending storm of hits. Every second, 56 strikes rain down like thunder, each carrying full attack power. There's no escape. The skill can't be blocked, can't be dodged, and can't be interrupted. Defense doesn't matter. It gets shredded by 40%. Attack speed is cut by 30%. The tyrant is stuck, helpless, buried under a rain of pain. From above, it looks like metal is fallen from the sky. Not raindrops, but heavy sticks smashing everything into the dirt. A Q-shaped storm crashes into the battlefield. The cursed tyrant and its minions take hit after hit directly to their thick skulls. Whatever pride or power they had is long gone. Now they're just broken piles of failure buried beneath the earth. The fight ends so fast, it barely feels real. The girls stand there still trying to process what just happened. Their faces show the same expression, shock mixed with disbelief. Every time they think they've seen Lu Fan's limit, he breaks it like it was never there. Sister Han can't even wrap her head around it. She didn't get a chance to lift her weapon. The enemies were wiped out before she could move. It's over already. Ning Yuan turns toward Lu Fan and expresses that every time he pulls off something this outrageous, he finds a way to top it again. And this time he didn't just win, he humiliated the so-called nightmare boss and its pathetic army in record time. With the cursed tyrant crushed and the battlefield cleared, the dungeon finally comes to an end. The storm dies down. The sand settles. Victory feels heavy in the air. Lu Fan steps forward, eager to see what kind of rewards this boss had been guarding. His eyes land on a shining golden chest that glows like it holds the key to a new world. He opens it without hesitation. A bright light flares out, and a system alert follows right after. His level jumps to 42, an impressive leap, but not even the most exciting part. Among the rewards, one item stands out immediately, an enchantment level removal scroll. This isn't just any item. It's legendary. Its effect is simple but powerful. It removes the level requirement from any item or equipment. Lu Fan grins wide. This scroll is exactly what he needed. With it, he can pass the usual grind and skip those sky-high upgrade costs that eat gold like candy. In short, it saves him a fortune and gives him a major edge. But the treasure doesn't stop there. Down on the reward appears a rare item called a search paper. It's shaped like a figure and its ability is sharp and focused. When used, it tracks the location of another person. It's limited to job changers and can only be used 3 times. A good tool that limited in normal hands. Lu Fan looks at Xiao Fei and gets an idea. He hands the item to her. She swallows a whole using her natural assimilation skill. The moment she does, the limit is gone. The search paper becomes a permanent skill for her, now usable without any restrictions. Lu Fan smirks, thinking to himself how useful this will be, not just for tracking enemies, but also for robbing loots and finding targets on the run. It's basically a GPS for chaos. Then comes something unexpected, a cooking recipe. The cooking design is for something called Flying Tough Candy. It sounds ridiculous, but the effects are no joke. Once mastered, the user can make this special candy that gives flight ability for a full 22 hours. The only catch is that it can only be used by someone who holds the title of Enchanted Cooking Master. Even so, the recipe is priceless. With this, even someone without wings could fly across the sky like a dragon in candy-powered armor. It's the kind of item that turns chefs into legends. The rewards continue pouring in, and the next one is a sleek pair of platinum boots, morning steps. The moment he picks them up, he feels a rush of speed just from holding them. These boots don't just boost movement, they offer a massive burst of speed over a short time, making dodging smoother than ever. Even better, every time the user successfully dodges an attack, they recover a bit of health. It's like dancing through danger and healing with every step. Then comes the Tidal Blade. This weapon has a special effect tied to water elements. When used, it summons a protective water shield that doesn't just block physical damage, it bites back. Any enemy foolish enough to strike it gets hit with water damage in return. It's a sword and a barrier wrapped into one. Not only can it defend, but it punishes the attacker for trying. Lu Fan takes a moment to look at everything they've collected. With a calm nod, he decides to keep the scrolls and the tracking paper himself, tools that need careful use. The rest of the gear, though, will go to the right hands. He wants every teammate equipped with items that match their roles. No one left behind. No wasted potential. He reminds them that this isn't the only run they'll get. They can farm this dungeon again and again. Eventually, everyone will walk out of here looking like a final boss. The girls cheerfully agree. Sister Han can't hide her excitement. Her face lights up with energy, already pushing to dive back in. She wants another round, more loot, more chaos, more action. But outside the portal, far away from the celebration, something much darker brews. A soldier rushes toward Lai Tai, who stands tall near the edge of the secret realm's gate. The soldier gives his report. Their men are already chasing down the escaped woman. He's proud, clearly expecting praise. Lai Tai grins, vile and confident. He says they'll report the cleansing of the forest of sacred bones to Lord Jin. And when Lu Fan finally steps out, they'll wipe him and his team out in one clean sweep. A simple plan drawn from arrogance. But the moment he finishes that thought, a new presence arrives. The voice cuts through the air like ice. It's not loud, but it silences everything. A wave of dark magic sweeps over the area and the temperature drops. A shadowy figure steps forward, covered in writhing purple tentacles. Each one pulses with rotten power. Without warning, one of the tentacles lashes out. It wraps around a nearby soldier and pulls him in. The body shrivels in seconds, rotting until it crumbles into a pile of filth. There's no fight, only decay. The figure's eyes burn with hatred and madness. His presence alone poisons the ground. He's here to talk, he's here to kill. He speaks one name with venom, Lu Fan. His voice oozes with the promise of revenge. He wants blood, and he wants it personally. Tai bows deeply, no longer the one in charge. He greets this lord with the respect of a terrified follower. The sinister figure gives a cold command, blaming all on the heretics from the ancient god cults. Make sure the Dragon Nation never finds out the truth. Not now. Not ever. And that was it from today's video. I hope that you liked the video, and if you did, hit that like button as the goal for today is 1,500 likes. Comment next part down below to see what happens next. Also, consider subscribing with the notification bell on to get notified as soon as a new video drops onto the channel. You can also join the channel to support me financially and watch videos before public release. I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching.